deepest and darkest of woods, where not even the light of the moon can penetrate, two vile creatures indulge in dark delights and have conquered their comrades into capitulation. Now they wander these lands watching scary cinema, and there's a good chance you're next. Mandalore and Billy invite you to ponder some spooky tapes. The rules of the wheel are as thus. Thou shalt choose a wheelmaster. They will interpret the will of the wheel. Thou shalt add movies and then sacrifice them to the wheel until only one remains. This will be your chosen movie. Once the movie is added by a creature of the craft, somebody who adds a movie to the wheel, that creature is bound to the wheel. No cowardice. If thou shalt commit to the wheel, then you are bound to the wheel. The wheel knows and is aware. Do not go against the grains that power the sands of malice. Movies must be at least 1 hour long. No television shows. This creature craves cinema. You may add any rules to this to change it however you see fit. Just remember that the wheel will know what you do. Once the contract is signed, the wheel will giveth unto you delights and despair. Prepare yourselves for the wheel! Welcome back to Pondering Spooky Tapes. This ain't no beta boy. This the Theta Girl, baby.
Wow. Christopher Bickles.
Mr. Pickles.
The Theta Girl from 2017, as chosen by the wheel.
Thank you, Wheel.
And also technically Dak, because Dak put it on the wheel last time we streamed. Thanks, Dak.
Hi, guys. It's me. I'm back again.
Honestly, I'm just thankful that for the first time out of this is the third wheel we've done, right?
Yes.
This is the first time a host's pick has won. So,
You know, I think, to be fair, as far as like a host pick winning, I think this is a good one. I think this is a good wheel movie.
It's because it was your pick.
I 100% agree that this is like the perfect wheel movie.
It was good.
Yeah.
It's a movie few have seen.
There's a reason nobody's really heard of it, I think, besides it being an incredibly small production. I don't think there's a whole lot you can take out of it to tell people about. Like, what would you say about this movie to recommend it?
A lot of dicks.
it's got a lot of dong. If you want to see dong, count the dongs. 1 dong, 2 dong. Editor, start pulling up the dongs. Demonetize
No,
this
we're
thing.
not.
It's front-loaded. It's front-loaded dong. And there's other movies of way more. If you're going to recommend for dong.
No, there were the close-ups too. There's a close-up of the one bouncing off the dude's knee.
There was the close-up of the
Yeah.
dong. They cut away and then close-upped again just to make sure you knew, because in the next scene, the dong was cut off and
Yeah.
stuffed in his mouth.
You gotta see him bouncing dong with coin.
I feel like before we get into this, if you're interested in this movie, like this comes with the biggest asterisk out of any movie we have ever talked about. It's a sicko movie. Like it is.
It
for
is
fucking.
Chode
It
City,
is
USA.
Yeah.
chodes. It is extremely violent. So many dicks, balls, titties in every scene.
Actually, you know what's weird is like, it just to get it out of the way, the dick to ball ratio was actually weird. I feel like I saw more dick than I saw balls.
Everyone was talking.
It was very tucky.
They're ashamed of their balls.
It was only sausage, no coin purse.
Yeah.
yeah,
Balls.
There
There
was
was coin?
coin. Yeah.
There was coin. Don't forget
There
about
was
titular
coin.
character coin.
I love coin.
One of the few characters whose names we'll actually remember.
It's hard to forget coin.
Papa
Papa and Mama Shogun, Gacy.
Theta Girl.
Marcus, I remember.
Who is Marcus?
Marcus is the main antagonist.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Marcus. There's Derek.
Derek.
Famous Nobby.
Nobby.
I don't even know who the fuck Nobby is.
There was blowjob skinhead. We saw that in the credits.
Yes.
Yeah.
my favorite character, blowjob skinhead. Yeah, this is a very fuck man. What did you guys think? Let's just start it with that. What's your first impressions of this movie?
I said it in the commentary track, and I'll say it here on discussion. This is Sucker Punch LaCroix.
Yeah.
I kind of loved it. It was losing me a lot at the beginning because it's kind of you could trim this movie down by at least like 20 minutes, man.
7 dongs. You could cut like 7 penises.
I'm telling you, they had 45 minutes of movie and someone said we need more movie. let's film 2 concerts and then have some porn and then the movie will start.
That was straight up a fucking.
I didn't
that was just
remember
straight
the
up porn.
porn. I didn't remember it at all.
Extended scene. The Gacy, the main character, just goes around giving money to people at a house party. Everybody is just fucking. It is like orgies all over the place, and I swear, it might be like a 5-minute scene of just porn.
I think it's longer.
It was like all lesbian sex too, wasn't it?
No, it was
there
not.
was there.
There was
There
dicks
dudes there.
everywhere.
Remember they opened up the shower and a dude is straight up fucking somebody in the shower. 100%. This is a
Well,
false
they get
shaft.
they pussy ate.
In that scene, I was more focused on the Harley Quinn bag on the sink for some reason. It's like, why is that there?
Just zero in on Joker.
This movie was just proud of showing off all of its favorite
I saw so many different kinds of penis.
fictional characters like Rosie the robot from the Jetsons.
We all kind of pogged seeing Rosie graffiti though.
Well, because they used like a real bar and it was just real graffiti.
Free production value.
Yeah, 'cause this was shot and filmed in Columbia, South Carolina, where I am from. Mandy's also familiar with the area.
I would haunt those streets many a night.
It's the capital of the state, but it's also a college town. So you get this really weird mix culturally, and that results in places like the Art Bar existing.
I like the robots. Do you think that's why Rosie was there? Because they had robots in
Yeah,
the
dude,
back?
because there were a lot of robots. Yeah.
I think it's kind of cool that you got to see at least half of the population of Columbia, South Carolina naked in this movie.
I did think it reflected Columbia well because it's like there's a certain point at night where like people are out drinking and sort of like a college town.
Yeah.
And then past there's like this 10-minute window. And then
the devil minute.
Witching hour.
And then it becomes I Am Legend, where normal people flee the streets, and then it's just the insane people start walking it.
We love the Twilight Hour.
It happens very quickly.
all of the like man on the street stuff in the beginning. Like I know it's North Carolina is like
South
what I'm
Carolina.
about. No. I'm about to reference something from North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
It looks like the city scenes from Hellraiser 3, which is shot in Greensboro, but supposed to take place in New York.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It does look like that parking lot where she gets bullied by Cenobites.
Like it looks exactly like that main like road where she has to fight like 3 Cenobites.
She doesn't really fight them.
She just gets bullied.
Pinhead goes, "They will come to play with you." And they like tug her hair, just kind of fuck with her a little bit.
Okay, now get out of here, you
They
little
do.
scamp.
They do just show up.
Yeah.
They show up like little gnomes and fuck with her and fuck off laughing.
Fiddly dee, huh?
They pinch her. Like, it's so weird. They've come to play with you. And they just bully her a little bit.
Goodbye.
What a whimsical film.
They should just stop making movies here, except for Wilmington.
This movie desperately wanted to be art, right?
Oh yeah. I mean,
yes.
Every single line from Theta Girl post gigantic orgy felt like I would find it in a 2005 Batman the Animated Series Joker notebook written by a 13-year-old with a Sharpie.
some of the fucking shit that they would say was so corny.
Guys, after we broke up, I went on a little trip. Had a chat with a very wise monster.
What the fuck are you talking about?
The universe, it's vast. And this world is ours. Ours to make and to unmake. We have that power. I have that power. Bro?
I could go through my notebooks and probably find lines
The
from
exact
this movie.
same- oh, dude,
That's how corny it
100%.
was. But corny, non-derogatory corny.
No, I mean, kinda, but also the kinda derogatory.
This is not my home.
This is not my home anymore. I don't belong here. I don't. It's just it was really corny, but it was very genuine.
Yeah.
Which I have immense respect for.
It was grindhouse silly, and then it would flip over to being very sincere.
Yeah.
And it blended together a lot, where it was hard to get a read on it. And also very, very Lynchian.
And then a lot of gore, just everywhere,
Yeah.
constantly.
It was cool. I liked it a lot.
The gore looked pretty good though. I will say for such a cheapo
Yeah.
movie, I liked
It looked better
it.
than the trailers. Yeah, when they attack the house.
The little raid.
Oh my God. When the missionaries attack the house.
When the Christians attack the house, yeah.
They dunk that lady in the boiling water. It's a pretty good attack scene. And Billy was pissing during it.
Yeah, I left for like 2 seconds because there was a monologue that was not ending and I was going to piss myself.
The second Billy went to the bathroom.
The monologue was their battle prayer, and the second he went to piss, they attacked the house.
I went to piss for 2 minutes. I got up. I pissed so hard I saw God, and then I come back and everybody's dead.
Yeah.
You mean you pissed so hard you saw the entity?
I saw the entity.
I loved the entity, and I'm kind of fucking mad that when the entity is like just talking to them in different scenarios that they're not like there, because I feel like it'd be better and more unsettling if while the entity is talking, it's just hanging by wires in the air.
Yeah, I do think it was kind of, that thing was fucking, it got to me. It was kind of creepy, man.
It was cool looking. It just kind of never went anywhere.
It was a cool visual, and then we never saw it again. Like, I was like, fuck.
Every time the entity spoke, one of you said it reminded you of a different video game.
Because
every
she
time.
sounded like, she was like,
Yeah, because it sounds like anything with voice mumble.
Oh, this is Animal Crossing. Oh, it's Tulip. Oh, it's Viv Ribbon. Oh, it's Tomodachi Life.
I think Vib Ribbon is the most accurate.
I got a new one. It's what you call it. It's Banjo-Kazooie.
Same world, just a little different. Or a lot. So bill me.
it's because we're fucking gamers. All we do is fucking reference other games.
We love the entity. We love video games.
I feel like as a whole, you could describe this movie as a Tumblr witch took a gas station edible and invented common side effects.
She took a fucking gas station lemon drop. The drugs in this movie are just straight up lemon drops.
Lemon drops and piss from a frog, remember? I don't even know how they got...
Oh, the ass of a frog.
I don't even know how they got the rest of the liquid. Did they continue to milk the frogs? But we didn't get to see the frog milking process.
I think they found a way to synthesize it. I think that's what it is.
I think he like broke it down.
The audio was kind of hard to understand sometimes because it was just not very well mixed.
It was from the camcorder.
They couldn't afford it.
They spent all the money on Derek's bolo tie. The bolo tie budget. It was crazy.
It was pretty sweet.
But yeah, no, this was made for $14,000 or some shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the credits, they say it costs less than a used car.
Which, I mean, maybe in 2017. I don't know, man. I don't know about that one.
I do give kudos there. The director has made multiple statements publicly in interviews, and even on like I think his Twitter or Instagram header is like fuck Hollywood, like really like small time independent productions like this. And I get it, right? It's different. It's a different kind of art. There's different crowd, different expectations. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's definitely hard to, I guess, nail down because on first watching in a group, it's like you go, wow, that was fucking incomprehensible.
Yeah.
But like if you went back and were really listening and paying attention, I think a lot would line up. Like there is some stuff that's intentionally just batshit.
Yeah, I mean that ending specifically was just like, dude, I don't know.
The ending was very.
The ending was fucking. I don't want. I'm sorry for calling it cringe, but man, I'm sorry. It kind of was.
As bad as it was, at least it wasn't what Mandy like jokingly suggested, where she wakes up and it turns out all a dream.
I thought that, yeah.
Like if that was actually the ending, I would have been on the news.
I thought she was gonna go back to the bar.
Yeah.
She'd walk into the homeless dude with his dog, and they'd go, "Oh, you're gonna do some more Theta, right?" And it's like the whole thing was just a drug trip because all of it would add up that way. It would be like Wizard of Oz on ketamine. Like all the people she saw were showing up in the trip.
For how much we were joking about Leonard at the start when we saw it, and we were like, "Who's the fuck is this guy?"
The Theta Girl's Yakuza side quest.
You're my best friend. Yeah, and it was like, where the fuck is this coming from? For how much we were joking about that.
The second Leonard died, we were all mad.
I was affected. I was affected by
I understood. There was pathos.
Every time we saw him, we liked him.
It was weird. I don't know where that came from, but I got emotionally attached to this guy for no fucking reason.
I cannot believe that Leonard. I think it's the blue tarp. All of the homeless sub stories in Yakuza games are all like the blue tarp shelters, and I saw the blue tarp and I just heard the.
Or maybe it's because he had a cute dog. To be fair, that probably
play
helped.
the Yakuza sub story sad music. The.
Yeah.
You were so excited for the dog.
Dude, to be fair, that was a cute fucking dog.
What was the dog's name? It was listed in the credits. Was it like Bo?
the dog?
That's a good dog name. That's a southern dog name, Bo.
Dude, I really like the gore in this, honestly. I love how absolutely ridiculous and extreme it is. Like at one point when some guy was like, I don't remember exactly why he was like Coin. Is that Coin that was outside? And he was like, she was like, blink if you want to die, and it's like, well, he's gonna blink no matter what. You're kind of not giving it a fucking choice.
Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you gonna
Eventually,
do?
he's gonna blink, and the moment he blinks, she just fucking shoots him, and his entire upper body just disappears.
I love the upper body of this like evaporating
so
when
fucking
previously
funny.
like the old man Santa like shot himself in the gut and it was a normal shot. And I'm just like, what the fuck is in the shotgun?
Dude, it's God knows it's something fucked up and something sweet.
My favorite for sure is during the missionary raid when big boy Marcus, Mr. Pineal Gland, drops the toilet seat lid. Or what's not the lid, like the top of the toilet seat, the porcelain topper.
The tank lid.
The tank lid, and it crushes the woman's skull. And it's so like obviously after effected
Disappears.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's like it just vaporizes her.
It's liquefied.
If we talk about that, I do have to mention the really fucking like the Christians attack the house.
Yeah.
And like there's some pretty cool bits there. And then they get into the bedroom. And then when the other two ladies appear, they start like phantom hitting them with the guitars. And I was just,
that looks
it looks
so fucking
bad.
Dude, that mixed with the really fucking intense heavy music was you know what? Maybe this movie is art. That was incredible.
It's definitely art.
I love him swooshing through the window in that one. That one's really good.
Yeah,
where he just swooshes right
there.
out.
Like just perfectly flies out of it. Yeah.
I saw like a fucking blooper of them like trying to get that shot, trying to make it safe for the actor to do it, and in the middle of them talking about the logistics of how to do like film that shot, I think it's the director just fucking throws himself out the window and everybody stops talking. Is like, what?
That's like fucking when Vince
That's
McMahon.
fucking amazing.
That's like when Vince McMahon was showing not Pat McAfee. Who was it, Mike? Do you remember the football player Gronk? He was showing Gronk at WrestleMania how safe a drop was, and this 80-year-old sex pest fell like 10 feet off a balcony into a crash pad.
Incredible.
I was really surprised I didn't see a wrestler in this. Like I genuinely thought I was going to see like an indie wrestler.
It feels like there would be.
The Midi brother, yeah.
I think Marcus, the villain, could probably do wrestling. He's kind of got a physique for it.
He's got the tribal tats.
He reminds me of Luther. He's Luther Core.
He reminds me of Tonko. He's the fucking same, like, whatchamacallit.
We were saying that the Christian guys look like Right to Censor.
Yeah. He's got a little Bull Buchanan around him.
Well, the leader then looked like the Valve logo. Like from
Yeah,
the back.
From the back, he did look like the Valve logo.
He just has that like, thick neck. He's meaty.
Yeah.
He is meaty. Dude, you can see his fucking balls out of his pants, dude. That was crazy.
Yeah.
I genuinely thought that something was going to happen with the wound in his head and something cool would happen, because at the very beginning of this movie, it's the bald Valve logo man smashing his head into a crucifix, and I was like, okay, are they going to
That
like...
kind of did not come
Brendan.
back.
It did come back for the kill.
He got stabbed in the eye.
He got
with a
stabbed in the
cross.
eye with a crucifix. With a
Oh,
cross.
right. You're right.
That's why he had the bandage on the whole movie.
You know, Billy, I have a friend named Chekhov, and he has this cool gun. You should hear about it sometime.
Oh, yeah. We'll do.
Okay,
Chef.
I'll come back to you.
It's Chekhov's Christ. If Christ is at the very beginning of the movie, Christ will come again.
I'm trying to think about it. Earlier, okay, so we commented in the commentary track about Gacy's lack of trigger discipline when she was holding the gun up to Derek.
She was gonna
right?
burn her fucking fingers while holding that shotgun, dude. She was holding the barrel while aiming.
Yeah, obviously she wasn't handling it well. But when there was this scene with the literal real life police officers doing the chase and then holding up guns at him as he came with a car, I didn't really notice if they were doing trigger discipline there.
Yeah, because those were actual cops.
Yeah.
They actually went and asked because they asked actual cops to be in that part of the movie, but also they filmed it in a, did you say a development?
It is an unfinished
Like
neighborhood that was still being built. Yeah. Like some people were living there already because, I mean, you got a house that's lined up, but unfinished neighborhood in like sand hills. Falls, I think. Like a slightly richer area of South Carolina. That's where they got the mall. That's where they got the nice big open shopping centers you can walk around in.
I wonder if the cops ever saw this movie, because I don't know if anybody would approve.
A cap, all cops act poorly.
Oh yeah, I got a Blu-ray of this. I was in this son of a bitch. Let me put it in. Oh my god. The dicks.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my god, the dicks. There's so many dicks. Oh god, the dicks.
Oh, that's a boob. My word, that's a wiener.
All right, everybody in the family, sit down for movie night. Daddy was in this one. Oh my god!
Holy shit!
Penis and balls and sacks of mine.
Oh, I'm gonna have to talk to the pastor tomorrow about this.
Imagine everyone at the police station watching this for like a movie night or something.
You're saying everybody in the police station watching this, I'm imagining a CRT TV that's mounted like 10 feet up the wall that everybody's craning their neck to in like the break room at the cop shop. Oh, they're all just watching this movie, the dicks appear, and they just go, huh.
I don't know if they'd go, huh?
Okay.
I think they go, oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord.
I think the cops that start in the movie would start off so proud, like, yeah, we're in this film, but by the end, everyone's just teasing them. Like, that's what you were in, man? You were in the Theta Girl?
Nobody would be talking anymore.
Haha, you were Dick and Balls the movie.
Let me ask a Brendan question real quick. If you had the
Yes.
opportunity to give the director $100,000 for one CGI Hollywood quality effect to just be placed in this movie, where would you place it and why? Just one effect.
I would have the car that Derek was driving to police chase turn into Optimus Prime when he steps out of it.
It just walks away. It just walks down the street.
Now why?
So it's like him and Optimus Prime are both surrendering to the police.
And then he says his famous line, I'm going to turn into a truck now.
Goodbye.
I think if I could do anything, I would make them feed the gun, like the gun Theta, and then the gun just turns alive for the rest of the movie.
Oh, like
The
a talking gun.
Howdy do, I love you.
Like a talking gun. I think this movie needed a talking gun.
When they do the drugs, it's the perfect time to do like weird CG.
That was gonna be mine.
It's the perfect time to do a Far Cry 3 drug trip.
I was gonna say make all the backgrounds look like the Foogly Land from Spy Kids.
Oh, yeah, instead of Danganronpa.
Fuck it. Add some thumbs in there.
Casey's a bad girl. Help us, save us.
Just imagine getting $100,000 and all you do is put one thumb running in the background
Yeah.
of this movie.
Did anyone see that?
Yeah, did anyone see that?
What the fuck was that?
I want one of the thumbs to join the missionaries.
One of them already was there.
I was watching Theta Girl and I thought I saw Donovan Giggles in the background. What the fuck was that?
How the fuck did they get Tony Shalhoub for this production? What the fuck?
Every copy of Theta Girl is personalized.
Let's be real, okay? If you gave this director $100,000, he would just give you 4 new movies.
That's
Probably.
true.
Exactly. I mean, that's perfect.
like he did this. This was great for its budget, all things considered.
Oh, I love this movie. It was an amazing watch with friends. I don't think it's for every friend group though, but
definitely not. No,
for-
It has peaks and valleys.
Yeah.
It's a slow start.
for our friend group,
Yeah.
we were laughing and talking through it, having a good time. But if you watch it alone, I feel like you would not have a good time.
I've only ever seen this with other people. This is my second time watching it. The first time I saw it was with a friend of mine who was visiting as she was moving from like Connecticut to Florida, and she just stopped by to see me in South Carolina. It's like, hey, let's go downtown. We found this movie. It's like, what the heck is the Theta Girl? Oh, it was made locally. That's cute. Oh my god.
Is this the copy that you sent me?
Yes, that's the exact copy. That's my
damn,
copy
there
of
you
Theta
go.
Girl. Yeah. There's history there.
If you watch the Theta Girl alone, I'm so sorry.
Oh yeah, no. We don't have to for commentary
I
track.
feel like you'd shut it down.
That's up there with like playing WoW alone on Christmas in terms of things that are going to make you kill yourself.
Oh,
Jesus
no.
Christ. What the fuck?
Oh, this is What a Wonderful Life.
It's just me and Theta now.
That's dark. What the heck, man? We were having a great time
What
talking
the
about
heck?
dong and thumbs.
Still have your thumb.
just an image in the background of the thumb. It's like the Wizard of Oz where the munchkin is hanging in the background, but it's the thumb hanging.
Hanging itself is horrible.
No!
Neck, it wouldn't work.
Thumb, where did it all go wrong? If only fuck.
They should have had Floop in the
please.
dream drug dimension.
I mean,
yeah.
the drug dimension, realistically, anytime they're in like, I don't feel like they were like drug dimension. I feel
They
like
were not. Oh my god, how have we not. The shug jug noise.
Truth Foundation's here, shitheads. Alright, let's blow some fucking minds.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, every single time.
Every time anybody takes the drug, it sounds like somebody taking Shield Juice or Slurp Juice in Fortnite.
Every time someone pops Theta in this movie, it's very clear that they saw Enter the Void, but they didn't watch anything past like the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It gets this little piss filter on screen for a bit.
When Valve Guy was hitting his head on the thing and he had a bandage, I also thought he'd do the pineal gland thing.
I definitely thought it was going to be a pineal gland thing. Like I definitely that's like right there, and then you could also build off of that and then evolve him. I thought like he had something to do with the drug, and no, he was there. He went to a bar. He walked in with his 2 goons. They get drugged because they put fucking Theta in their soda.
Crazy.
That barkeep killed those people.
Yeah.
The barkeep put the Theta in the soda for literally no reason other than just to be like, fuck with these guys.
When I have to roofie my customers because I'm bored.
That barkeep got like 10 people killed.
I mean, there was no reason for them to go into the bar. They were obviously
they
not.
did it just to be assholes. They literally
just
did
to
it
be
just
really
to
right-wingers.
yell at people.
I don't know. There's a lot of things that should not have happened if people weren't acting stupid as shit.
You know, I'm starting to think that the Theta Girl may not be as well written as I once thought.
I'm seeing some cracks in the logic of this movie. Perhaps it needs some caulk.
Ding! Next one.
I think that the writing is the weakest part.
You don't say.
It's also the delivery of some lines. It's rough.
If you've ever seen the music video for David Lynch's Crazy Clown Time, it's kind of just like watching a full version of that.
I'm pretty sure that the guy is also had his start doing music videos, but I'm not 100% sure.
The director for this originally, and still does, do music videos for like local punk and hardcore stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense when you watch this movie.
I want to say he has described his films before as calling them like punk rock demo reels. It's like, I don't think you should call a movie that, but to each their own, man.
Yeah.
I think it was a Haze prequel.
Because you know who actually does call his movies that and kind of sucks? The fucking guy who did the Babysitter movies for Netflix.
Oh.
And those are terrible. I don't know. That you're bringing in some comparisons you don't want to get.
What was the name of the new movie he did? Pater Noster, Bring Us to the Light or whatever? This director.
Pater Noster and the Mission of Light. That movie has like Christopher Bickle, the guy who made this movie, had made a new one last year. And that movie has really, really good reviews, which I think is awesome.
I'm adding that to the wheel next time for sure.
Because this movie, I think, Paternoster would probably fix a lot of the problems we had with this specific movie.
Well, he wrote and directed that one, the new one. He didn't write this one. He only directed this one. I think that would help a lot as well.
He didn't write it?
No, it was someone else. It was someone who had written a few.
No, his 13-year-old son did.
No.
David Axe, I'm seeing. Oh, he wrote the short Teenage Caligula, which is like the thing that started the...
Oh, yeah, we saw the Easter egg of that in the background.
Yeah.
That's cute. I like when people do that with their stuff. Reference it. Why not?
It's fine.
And Teenage Caligula 100% was also written by Christopher Bickle.
This guy, Mr. Axe, also wrote the film Beowulf, apparently. What
Beowulf?
the fuck is Beowulf?
Is it a
Baywatch werewolf?
Oh, please be Baywatch werewolf.
It says Beowulf, B-A-E space wolf.
No.
Beowulf, but for bays?
Oh, Bay.
No.
It takes place in the year 500 AD. What?
It is Beowulf.
Holy shit, I have a beautiful screenshot from Beowulf. 1 second.
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
fuck, yes. Let's see it. Let's see it, baby girl.
From Senua Saga. Have you seen that?
Wow.
That is definitely Senwa Saga.
Oh, apparently Victoria Elizabeth Donofrio, who was the Theta Girl in this one, is also in Teenage Caligula.
Yep, she was the main character in both of those, I think.
Both of them. I don't think she was the main in the last one, was she?
Oh, you mean in this one?
She's kind of the main girl, kind of.
Of course she is. What are you talking
She's the
about?
Theta
She's
Girl.
the Theta Girl.
I don't know if she's the Teenage Caligula.
I felt more invested in the priest storyline, honestly.
Yeah.
He doesn't really show up enough for me.
I was interested in what that bald man was up to.
The guy who played the priest, I think it's mentioned on the IMDb page. He was originally reluctant to take the role because he didn't want to be typecast as a villain, but you're not going to get in other movies after the Theta Girl, for one.
I was going to say.
I don't know. It could happen.
You don't know that?
He said that he wrote himself like a 10-page script of like backstory for his character, and he worked with Mr. Axebeard or whatever, so they can kind of develop him a bit so he'd feel better playing it. Which I can appreciate that kind of dedication to make you get into your own character's head a bit, so you have something you want to explore with that, right? As an actor, I think that's nice.
He brought intensity to it.
Yeah.
Like when they're laying on the ground, when they're doing the Shell City shit, and he leans over to her and he goes, "We used to go to church together." Like, that was good.
That was a cool line.
That's the loudest I laughed in years. I cannot believe the fucking SpongeBob shit was so funny.
Fucking goofy goober.
I think Mandy said it at some point during the commentary, but that line where it's like we used to go to church together, in more or less like any other context, that would have been actually a really cool line to kind of tie everything together with. But here it just kind of feels like, it happened.
It was a good shot. It's good delivery, but it's in the middle of the Theta Girl.
Yeah.
If they established that
it's
she was
also
religious in the
we didn't even
past.
fucking know. Yeah, we kind of just learned at the very, very end. No, we learned when she was torturing. She had to do a fucking Freddy Krueger go into my dreams.
Yeah,
go into my Theta dimension to talk to the brother.
Connect with my Theta mind.
And then you see Roland hanging a man in the background.
That was like 15, 20 minutes before that final bit. I don't think that was enough.
No, it was not enough.
Yeah, I think that if they establish a bit earlier that she did have like a religious thing, like maybe when she first met with them, said, "Hey, I've seen fucks like you in church before, all right? I'm sick of it. God isn't real, idiot."
Do you think this movie had something to say about religion?
No.
Yeah, no, me
Not
neither.
at all, no.
Stop reaching, dumbass.
I'm sorry.
We should bring about the
It was
apocalypse.
a means to an end for shock value and fun bits like the crucifix in the eye. That's
They
it.
only used religion for hype moments in Aura.
Yeah, exactly.
They only use religion for
They were aura farming Christianity.
Yeah, actually, that's not even a joke. Like half of Catholicism is aura farming.
It is. It is.
It's effective aura farming.
What are we talking about anymore? In what way?
What do you mean? Have you not seen like how priests are dressed? They look sick.
Oh yeah, dude, the gold trim on everything, brother.
Dude, they look tough as hell.
To be fair, there is one fucking priest that is so fucking hot from the Exorcist TV series. Ooh, hot priest. Hot priest. I
Uzui
get
Mama.
It. Uzui Mama. That guy is hot as fuck.
This one goes out to the Pope. Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah, shouts out Pope.
He died last week.
R.I.P. I've seen Conclave. I know what's going to happen. We're going to get the woke.
Oh, dude.
The
Yep.
The woke.
woke.
The
Yeah,
woke.
Yeah, the woke pope.
The woke
Woke
Pope.
Pope.
The woke.
The woke, yeah.
The woke.
You know, I am legally ordained. Should I run for pope? Is that how that do?
Yeah, you can get up there.
You can, I'm baptized Catholic, so I can actually be pope.
You just got to be a cardinal.
I hate to say it, but I have been rewatching Air Bud recently, and there's no rule that says a dog can't be Pope.
Bark,
so
bark,
true.
motherfucker. Get me up
You've
there.
been rewatching.
Oh.
How often do you rewatch those movies?
Daily,
Not
brother.
often. I realized I hadn't seen Air Bud in a long time, and then I saw the I'll find it somewhere. There's a newspaper article in it. The kid's dad is about 1 billion times more interesting than Air Bud himself.
Yes.
The kid's dad?
I remember seeing this.
So I paused it. I went, oh, his dead father. He's sad before he gets the dog.
Okay, yeah, I have seen this. The thing where they just wrote an entire fucking side story to his dad that shows up for 2 seconds.
Where he crashed his experimental X-Wing.
Yeah.
Why the fuck is he Hal Jordan? What?
This is like the oh my god, Joseph's dad and JoJo, where his dad has like a wild ass side story that
Yeah,
is
for no
not
fucking
like in
reason.
anything. He's just like the craziest motherfucker.
That's exactly it, Captain Fram.
Dude, Airbud and JoJo have a lot more in common than I thought.
Talking. Oh wait, dog doesn't talk in either of them actually. But
It's only Air Buddies.
dogs.
I haven't gotten to where they start talking.
It's Air Buddies, yeah.
Yeah, spooky buddies is when this shit starts falling off. The wheels start going off.
To go back to earlier when we were talking, like, what would you add if you gave him budget?
Yeah.
I would make the mouth of the dog flap and he would talk.
But only in Spanish.
Only in Spanish?
Yeah,
Why?
yeah. They drop Theta and then it cuts to the dog. He goes, "Yo quiero Taco Bell."
Oh, fuck.
Oh, tight. Dude, this movie could have been so much better if I was in
So is there like a drug problem in Colombia, or do they just like feel like it?
I don't think so.
No, there is a homeless problem, actually, but not
Okay,
a
well
drug.
that's every city. That's not special.
No, you're not special for having homeless people.
Yeah, dude. Move
No.
on, buddy.
No, South Carolina has its own interesting tidbits.
Get over yourself.
So this was filmed on like Main Street, by the way. When they go by the Nickelodeon Theater, they're like less than 2 blocks away from the State House. That's been there since like the Civil War. You know, That's been there a long ass time. There's a lot of history in Colombia. It's weird to think that, like, I don't know how to put it. It's weird seeing a movie in your hometown, right? Because like I know these people. I'm in a background shot somewhere probably.
You just start Leo pointing everywhere. I know that place. I know that place.
I know that guy. I've seen those tits.
There was one woman during the porn scene where I thought, wait, have I you've seen her somewhere, and I'm sure I'm mistaken.
I've seen those breasts before.
I'm sure I'm mistaken.
I've seen that woman at the mall. She works at the local GameStop.
I'd recognize those titties anywhere.
Oh my god! I went to high school with the Theta Girl.
If you had an opportunity to pitch a sequel for this movie, yet it still has to use a letter from the Greek alphabet followed by girl or boy, what Greek letter would you choose?
The Epsilon Protocol.
I was also thinking Epsilon.
Omega Haze.
Has to say boy or girl. Has to be boy. Has to be followed by boy or girl or person.
Actually, gonna outside the gender binary, it's Epsilon NB. Thank you.
Omega Boy, and it's just haze. They liquefy Theta, and it becomes nectar.
Alpha Boy, and things are very different this time.
Alpha Boy's like a superhero name.
Moo Boy, and he's just really into music.
Let me hit you with it.
You're gonna say something so awesome. I can't wait.
Lambda Guy, and it's just a straight Half-Life movie.
Lambda Guy.
Lambda Guy.
Lambda Guy sounds like a fan film, dude. That's crazy.
Okay, the movie starts. Marcus gets out of his grave, and he's got the fucking valve on his head.
Fuck yeah. He's getting berry comb, dude.
Rise from your grave.
He's shambling through the forest. He's leaking Theta out of him, and it's the first day Gordon Freeman works at Black Mesa. Far before the Zen incident, Gordon Freeman is just on his way to work, and he runs him over.
Oh, that's nice. That's it. It's a short rise right there.
Tight.
What I like about it is it doesn't encroach on the Half-Life timeline.
I like that. Yeah, that's important.
And then the entity is just the G-Man now.
The rest of the movie is Gordon trying to figure out what he wants to order at the Black Mesa subway. And at the very moment he finally decides, he opens his mouth, the movie cuts. It ends.
Perfect.
Oh, actually, I really fucked with the Danganronpa moving backgrounds during the proper, like, drug scene.
It's because you love Danganronpa.
It's because I love Danganronpa, and I'm a
you better keep that in
I
the
was
final
about to be
cut,
like,
Billy.
I love Danganronpa, dude, but then you said that other shit, and I don't know if I'm a part of that fandom.
I want that on television.
You know, if Gordon Freeman went back in time later, but it took him a long while, he could have been Leonard.
He could have been. I mean, this whole time, it could be.
Leonard didn't say anything.
The Leonard backstory. Leonard never talked. What if, you know what? Fucked up, actually thinking about it. What was Marcus's weapon?
Oh, he had the
crowbar. He had a crowbar.
One of his other goons had the crowbar. Marcus had knives.
But at the end, Marcus had a crowbar.
That's true. Okay.
It was probably his friend's crowbar.
Damn, is this just a Half-Life movie, actually?
I was going to say, the more we talk about this, the more I'm like, we should just remake this movie in Source Filmmaker.
Hey, Derek, about that beer I owe you.
The HEV suit giving you Theta.
Yeah, what's Christopher Bickle doing right now? Like, is he? He's probably listening to this.
Probably music videos.
Didn't he just put out a new movie?
Yeah, he's probably listening to this right now.
I think every once in a while he'll Google himself, and then, you know what? Here we go. Hey guys, we liked your movie. Here's $2. Make 12 more.
What was the budget for this movie?
It was
14,000. Yep.
Yes.
That's really good for this. Holy shit.
Yeah. No, it's really fucking impressive.
The Indiegogo page for the next movie he made talks about how pretty much all the money went into other production, like putting out copies to give to people because they did their own release and whatnot, and paying actors and everyone that just worked on it. Everything they used for the movie, they just had on hand effectively. They were not going out here buying like fancy clothes. They would go to Goodwill and just thrift. That's where we probably get the bolo tie in this film, and or like that duster that Derek had, or his silly little hat.
I mean, it makes sense.
I'm insulting him. He probably just had that at home.
It makes sense. That's how you make a fucking movie on a shoestring budget like that.
And it's good. It's good. It lets actors get kind of involved with their character.
Cool ass movie. I do recommend people check it out, although it is kind of fucking difficult to find. It's basically only rental or physical disc.
Just there are a couple copies of it at Papa Jazz back in South Carolina. When I remember, just go down to Columbia and pick it up if you're in the area, or fly down there or whatever. I don't know. Just go to South Carolina, point at things, and say, "Hey, I remember seeing a homeless guy get gored there."
They love when you do that.
They love when you do that.
I'm looking at the letterbox for Theta Girl right now, and it's saying about like solving the mystery, and I'm like, what? Really? Was there? I mean, we kind of figured it out pretty quickly.
Yeah, the drugs.
Yeah, drugs are bad.
Drugs are bad and get your friends killed. And also, I'm not a part of this world or whatever.
That's one thing that is kind of baffling. They don't really talk about what's good about Theta as a drug.
They get high.
It makes you see
They
Jesus.
just see God.
That's kind of one thing I was gonna say. When they do Theta, they're kind of
People were lining up for it.
Yeah, unless there are certain key scenes, it just kind of looks like they look really normal about it. I don't know. They don't look like it's doing anything.
It's just like a hallucinogen. Like, that's kind of it.
Yeah,
not
I
hallucinogen.
feel like-
How did he say it in the movie? Hallucinogen.
Hallucinogen. That's right. The guy.
Oh, Papa Shogun, right.
We'd invent a new hallucinogen in the morning. You know, when you die, your brain releases its own hallucinogen.
Papa Shogun, I will say, fucking awesome name. That is such a cool name.
That's so badass, bro.
They don't reveal that's his name until the credits, frankly.
No,
It's
no,
just,
they say it. They say it when he first rolls up.
maybe I didn't hear it because fucking
We were
really kept
talking
yelling
over
about the
it.
popsicles.
Dude, fuck them popsicles.
They just had drug popsicles they were chomping on.
Because, dude, I was saying though, that's one of the bravest things you can do in a movie is have a popsicle in a scene because it's going to melt while you're filming this, and I guarantee you that must have been a huge fucking problem during production.
They had a popsicle party.
They had a popsicle. Everybody in the fucking room had a popsicle, and it was melting, and they were biting it.
They're like
in
wiping
between.
it on
Dude,
each other. It was.
That's how you prevent it from melting. It's just biting into it for one.
I bet filming that was a fucking nightmare.
To be fair, they were filming it in like December. Like, it's not gonna smelt that quickly.
I mean, it's gonna melt because your hand is near the fucking stick. And Papa Shogun had it so close to his hand. It kind of grossed me out. I was like, dude, it's gonna melt all over you, dumbass.
Well, that's his popsicle. You know, let the man live. He's had sticky things before. All right, he can handle himself.
You definitely had sticky things, yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think we had to see as much dong as we did in the film.
No, we did.
Needed more. I had 200% more dong. Yeah, I would have added more dong.
Should we have seen Marcus's?
Marcus at the very end when Marcus fell down, his pants should have exploded and his balls should have flopped out.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that's a heat move.
He falls on the floor, his pants explode, and it's just his dick.
It's no dick, only balls. It's 100%
Little
balls.
fucking wiener just hanging out. He starts peeing a little bit.
The final fight should have started like Kiryu in the Millennium Tower, where he rips his pants off, and we see immediately he's just hanging brain.
Poor guy.
We didn't see anyone get punched in the dick in this movie, did we?
Somehow, no.
Not a single ball tap.
We did see a dick impale.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did see
Impaled
someone's dick get cut off and shoved in their mouth as well.
Yeah, and right next to it, there was also the lady with a giant dick through her throat, which was impressive. I've never seen that in my life. That was awesome.
I mentioned when we were watching, like, this movie had more dicks than Killer Condom, but, like, in, like, grand total of all of the, like, Pondering movies you've watched, has this had the highest dick ratio?
Yes, 100%.
Oh, by so far.
Well, frontal.
So it gets the award.
Where did we see a proper dick? Because
Was it Dagon?
Killer Condom doesn't actually.
Killer Condom has, like, one dick.
Did Dagon?
Did Dagon have a full
Dagon have
brain?
dick?
Dagon, I don't. If it would have been in the background, like one of the fish people, if it wasn't Dagon.
What if we? Dude, I can't even remember what we watched.
Define full dick, because I'm imagining you see beginning of shaft and tip of head
Shaft.
in the same shot. Like, that's full
Shaft
dick.
and head.
Like, you need it all to combine.
I mean, obviously, it was the Bob's Burgers movie, right? It was.
Gene, put your dick away.
Even balls? We don't really see that much balls.
They're very impressive. Well, it was December. They're not going to be like, full froth. You know, like those things are shrinking up. It's cold out there.
You want to get bullied on the set of Theta Girl for my little ass dick?
That's cold, man. Come on.
I'm a shrinker. I'm a victim of shrinkage.
I'm shy.
I'm just gonna say right now, man. I think everybody had a nice dick in this movie.
No, they had good dicks.
No weirdos.
They have
yeah.
good dicks. Like
No shame here.
They were only good, the only pleasant penis.
proud of them for having pleasant little.
That's how they handle casting. We need you to have a normal penis to star
Yeah,
in
can
this
you
film.
show me? Show
I
dick.
treasure my time with these guys' dicks.
We got about 500 actors today. We only need 10. All right, line up. Everybody take your pants off. You're going to show. It's time for dick inspection. So
Casting director goes out into a room, sees it's full of people, and says, "Can everyone with a weird dick please leave?" And like half of them leave immediately.
if you have a weird dick, please get out.
Just don't waste our time. If it like curls around, just leave now.
If you are off center by minimum 15 degrees, you cannot enter here. Leave now.
We have a protractor. We will use a protractor to measure your penis.
all a kid echidna folk, just leave now.
Echidna folk.
If your penis is weirdly discolored at the tip, get out. Be gone. We do not need your peen.
If you have jaundice dick, just go.
If your penis look like Homer Simpson nose, leave.
Oh God! If you've got a Matt Groening going on, we don't want it. All right, just get out of here. Get out of here.
We only want full bush, good cocks, nice and clean.
And then, like, I imagine, you start whittling down like the casting process. And you're like, all right, let's test some tenacity here. All right, boys, ready? And
all right, drop the piano, drop the anvil.
Now, the dicks are only going to be on screen for a bit of time, but outside we have an 18-wheeler semi-truck. We're going to hook fish hooks to your balls, and you're going to move the semi.
And I don't want to hear any complaining.
No belly aching.
As horrible as these sound, the instant you said whittling, I was afraid you're going to talk about literally whittling on people's dicks. Just
when are they going to do a
shape.
bit? When are they going to do a bit in a movie where like somebody does a snake charmer bit, but it's a penis?
That has been done a billion times. Are you kidding me? That's probably happened on this show. I'm pretty sure we did this.
But like the size of the Scary Movie 2 penis.
I was gonna say that's in Scary Movie 3 probably.
There's no penis snake charmer in Scary Movie 3.
Gone but not forgotten.
Who directed Thanksgilling? Because they've probably done that joke before in another film.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
You know who probably did that? Fucking Kaufman.
Oh, yeah. I could see that.
That sounds like a bit he'd do. And he'd be clapping and going, oh my God, this is amazing.
This is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
And he'd be right, unfortunately, because at the time, it would have been the funniest thing ever.
Low-key, pretty cool.
It would have been great. I'm not saying that Mr. Pickles here should have had it in this film, but maybe the next one. Who knows?
I like the range of things that he thanked at the end, like in terms of like inspiration, because it's like stuff that you would kind of expect, like kind of exploitational like filmmakers like Roger Corman and all that, and then just like Aldous Huxley. It's like, okay, man, I get it. Your movie has a drug in it.
This guy loves trauma. I think it's obvious as well.
I was gonna say that, and like back to back, this and the last one that I watched with you guys, very like Frank Henenlotter, where it's like showing a specific city at a specific time, except that time was like I don't know what, 8 years ago.
Very recent.
Like pretty recent.
I like this movie a lot, honestly.
Did anybody ever use a cell phone in this movie?
No, I don't believe so.
No.
This movie was very timeless in that sense.
Yeah, no one's ever on their cell phone.
Which is weird because bitches always be on their phone.
Nobody on their phone, just guys being dudes.
I was thinking about that. I was thinking about how like nobody ever called the cops. Nobody ever on their phone. There was one person on their phone during the concert scene because out of the crowd there was one person who was holding their phone screen alight, like it was a lighter.
That one dickhead.
True, but
I noticed the guy with the glasses. That's who I saw in the crowd. With like the Watch Dogs glasses, the text going across it.
Oh, true. Yeah, I did mention that the bar
That
scene.
was sweet.
The bar scene was like a cutscene in Watch Dogs 2. Like it felt like it would just seamlessly transition into Watch Dogs 2 there.
Everybody was wearing the most just loudest possible clothing. It was crazy.
Coin wearing the no shirt ascot. We really dug into him on that. That ruined him.
What band was better, Coin's band or the other band?
Probably the other band, but neither were good.
I kind of hated both of them.
I think Coin's band was better. I think Coin's was better.
Well, you just don't like girl bands.
You just don't like women.
Yeah, I hate women. I'm a noted misogynist.
Yeah, you better keep that in, Billy. That and you calling yourself both better make it to the final cut.
That one is not.
So Brendan hates women and Billy. Let's go.
One of them is not staying in.
Okay, fine. Cut Brendan's. Keep yours.
Well, you're lucky, Brendan.
I don't know about that one. Either way, what do you guys think? Is this movie art or cool?
Art.
It's
I mean,
cool.
100 times.
It wants to be art, but it's cool.
Very art trying to wear cool.
I think it wants to be art, but it's cool. I don't know. I don't think it actually has a message.
Yeah, to me, this is the hardest one to figure out. I know what it wants to be, but I don't think it is.
Yeah.
It's like the Oblivion remaster. It's art that's trying to dress up and cool.
The back of the box says that it is an art film.
Yeah.
Literally, it says it right there.
There's literally an art bar right in the filming. A lot of the movie takes place in an art bar. It's art.
It wants it too much.
It says on the back, the Theta Girl is a drug-fueled exercise in sex, drugs, punk rock, brutality, gore, revenge, and self-actualization. And it's an art film.
I think them saying
Was this all just Maslow's hierarchy of needs? God fucking damn it.
Theta's the top, man. We all need it.
I'm
just gonna say art. It's easier.
I feel like there's more cool scenes than art for me. Although the art scenes I loved. I loved the art scenes. They were so fucking weird and interesting. I just don't think that the messaging was
I don't
great.
think there was enough there to make it art.
I'm just going to say it's art because it's very clearly trying to be art. It's not very good art, but it's also not cool enough to be cool. It reminds me a lot of, there's an old Best of the Worst where they watched a movie called The Item, and it's like a less annoying version of that movie where it is so clearly trying to be cool and like slick, but it is kind of not.
This would be a good movie or Best of the Worst, I think, honestly.
They were trying to lift quite a bit of Lynch. Like the nonsense dialogue with like the creature and the weird dimension.
Yeah.
He didn't mention David Lynch in the credits though, did he?
I wanted more creature. I really wanted when they were in the like pocket of heaven or whatever. I really wanted the creature to be there.
More of that entity. That would have been fun, but they'd have to do the makeup a second time though.
What is the popular analog horror series? What is the one? What is
the Walton Files?
No, that's the FNAF one.
One Piece.
The Goggins Files.
Fuck.
The heaven one.
Oh, fuck. Fucking hell. I don't remember what the hell it's called.
The one with the angel jump scare.
Oh,
Yeah.
Fuck, I got this. This is the one where the guy's like a weirdo, right? Like the actual guy that made it. It is Mandela Catalog.
Mandela Catalog.
Mandela Catalog.
Yes. The white entity, the white creature, looked a lot like Mandela Catalog's fucking Hokia angel.
Yeah.
But honestly, I liked how upfront it was. And if I could I think to make this movie more art, I think they needed to be ephemeral and almost always there anytime they were talking. I understand that within their budget parameters, they probably couldn't do that. And I respect that. But I think that was all of the Pocket of Heaven scenes I really wanted more of that creature, because otherwise it didn't like feel fully tied together. Like Derek's death scene where Derek is hanging out with the flowers and Theta Girl appears and she looks like Tradwife Corp.
She's been breakfast clubbed. Yeah,
she's about to like TikTok some fucking content about her 17 kids that she's feeding dino nuggies that morning, and like there's just a presence that is missing from those scenes. I enjoyed this movie and I still think of it as art, even if it's like art that is very 16-year-old writing in their journal. I still respect it as that, even if it seems like it's trying too hard. I feel like it's still earnest. And I think that's worth calling it art.
Yeah, I think I'm convinced by that, honestly. Because you're totally right.
Would you recommend this movie for that though? For those kind of moments?
Yes. Why would that matter? Why would that matter? Why would recommendation matter?
I think like when it's trying to be cool and it has the action sequences and the gore, I think that's where it's a lot more fun personally. Because I think it's a lot more fully realized and it works better.
Is not a prosthetic art in and of itself. Is not the act of killing and creating gore in and of itself not
Jesus
art.
Bioshock, Brendaniel. Fuck off.
Is a man not entitled to the Christian attacking his home?
It's a good raid.
Oh my God. Is a man not entitled to the shit in his butt?
I think this movie desperately wants to be art, and I appreciate that. I think what would push it over for me is in the credits, there's like, now you go make your own movie. I really like that part of it, frankly. Because you know what? Yeah. I could scrounge together $20,000 to make a shitty movie, and it'd be a lot of fun.
I inherently respect this movie because regardless of how I feel about the things that I disliked, they still made something, and that's better than me, baby. So that's art.
I do appreciate it was made.
They did make something pretty neat and cool.
It's memorable. I'll give it that.
Yeah. With the right crowd, I would 100% put this back on because it was awesome. It was a great watch with people, and it I don't know, it has good energy for a little party with like a watch party.
Yeah, I can see that.
So what you're telling me is this is South Carolina's Rocky Horror.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I know all the lines. I dress up as Marcus.
I cut my dick off in unison.
You wear the jacket.
I show my dick to strangers.
We throw our dicks at the screen when they show up.
Yeah, you throw. I was wondering, what would you throw at the screen?
Yeah,
dildos. My whole ass wiener.
You throw dildos at the screen. Perfect. Yeah. Every time a dog shows up, you pull a little room with spoons with this. Best thing South Carolina's produced. This versus Stephen Colbert. What wins? Obviously, Theta Girl.
Yeah, but Stephen Colbert also gave us Americone Dream.
South Carolina have cheerwine?
Yeah, okay. Theta Girl needs its own Ben & Jerry's flavor.
Yes, exactly. I will give Theta Girl the best thing to come out of South Carolina if they get a flavor.
Would it be a lemon cake for Theta Girl? What would it be?
It'd be piss.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it should be PP flavored.
It'd be piss. Ben and Jerry's piss.
Ben and Jerry's piss.
Thank you for Ben and Jerry's piss.
Yeah, Ben and Jerry's piss.
That's great.
I know. I'm all full of bangers today.
I'm more full of piss.
You've been sloshing around for the past few hours. I can hear it through your mic.
Yeah, my balls are full.
I much like in the movie Slither when they open that barn door and they have that engorged woman full of leeches. That's just me.
Engorged, big and round, gravid with leeches.
Bulbous with leeches even.
Right.
That scene 100% fucking did something to someone, man.
Me.
Oh yeah. You have to bring it in.
It did something. I saw that when I was a kid. It fucked me up.
You're into engorged leeches.
It gave you the leeches. Yeah.
If you are interested in watching this movie, like we said earlier, check it out on Prime Video or Physical or wherever it might be nowadays. I feel like it's one of those movies that's going to be changing distributors every month. It just has that vibe. I think it's also on
in 3 months. Billy's gonna be the one distributing it just right out of his house.
Yeah, fuck it. Hey, let us stream it on our fucking YouTube channel, man. Who cares?
If you want a copy of the Theta Girl, email Billy and he'll send you the Google Drive link.
No, I'm not. That's not. Don't say that. That's not okay.
I will say Pater Noster is also available on streaming if you want to see more from this guy, and it's free to rent right now. Like, I'm probably gonna rent it soon just so I can watch it.
Hey,
it's okay. It's also on Night Flight, which Night Flight is just
what the fuck?
It's the streaming service that has a bunch of Vinegar Syndrome stuff, and it's just a bunch of like it's just like genre films.
Right.
It's got a bunch of different things.
That's fun.
Yeah. Go check it out there, and we'll see you next time for Detention.
oh shit.
We'll let you guess which Detention, because apparently there's 8 movies with that name.
And like a video game.
It'll be Joe Cinemas.
What? There's a Detention Joe Cinema?
No, I'm lying.
Dude, I don't fucking know.
Don't put that into the world, man.
I love this bit of Brendan just making up Joe Cinema movies.
You can't challenge him. He would know.
Yeah, you're the Guardian.
You're Joe Cinema's strongest soldier.
Joe Cinema Tombkeeper.
I'm his strongest warrior. You haven't seen Somnium. It's fucking peak. It literally imagined putting somebody in the Grandpa Torture Nexus. Fuck.
Oh, fuck.
Maybe one day, Brendan.
One day I'll get my W.
But next time is not the day, because we have a special guest coming for that one, so we can't do that.
It's Joe Cinema. Sorry to
It's
spoil
Joe
it.
himself.
Yeah.
Yep. It's him.
See Red Letter Media. PSC can also get movie directors to come on.
That fucking knock on the door. Holy shit.
That would be the craziest shit ever.
We should get
actually.
Steven Seagal for a good man. Do you think we could book him?
Oh my god.
I'm gonna snatch up every motherfucker birthday would be the funniest
I
fucking.
hate that movie.
You just have Steven Seagal on, and for an hour he just lies.
We have Steven Seagal on, and we make him watch the Silly Bands movie on VHS with us.
That'd be great.
The Silly Bands movie.
That'd be really good.
We give him Crocs, and we put a bunch of gibbets on his Crocs. Torture gibbets.
Hey, did you know? Some people think that this part of the podcast is actually pre-recorded and reused in every episode. It's not. I have to name all these people every single time because I love them so. This episode would not have been possible without the help from our patrons, such as Alan Diver, Bland But Funny, Boopaloo, Brain Soup, Brass, Cassandra Crash, Chipples, Chips, Chris Chapman, Devo, not the band, DX Studios, Edward McMillan, Eric Scott Gillies, Ethereal, Geef, Generic Phoenix, Guy Beam, Heretic Shark, Invictus Echo, Lambda Man, Leo the Geotech, Lucavia, Mr. Starchy, Mr. Shirt, Pharmacy Fruit Bat, Philosophical, Presta Husk, Rat Supreme, Spherical May, Sponge Guy, Synthetic Pacifist, The Frost Ace, Tritty Bird, Ubert, Will9455, and Woodstock. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you next time in Detention, 'cause that's the name of the movie.